It is inaccurate that Nelson Mandela said it in that speech or anywhere else. I would be honored if Nelson Mandela had quoted my words. He simply did not. It's an urban myth. I actually don't know where it comes from. Certainly means you can't trust everything you read on the internet. The aspect, it's from my first book called A Return to Love, Reflections on the Principles of the Course in Miracles. I know what excites people about that paragraph. I feel like I can't really take credit for it because that point, like everything else in that book, is simply a reflection on a principle from the Course. I always say if you like the paragraph, you'd love the book because it's got a lot of paragraphs. I don't know how that one paragraph became singled out, but it is that our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Why don't you read it, ma'am? You have the book there. Why don't you find it? Why don't you come up and read it? What?
I have it even bookmarked.
Okay, it's our deepest fear. You can help me out then. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. And you can see that that's exactly what we're talking about here tonight. You know, what you're really resisting is the essence of who you are. Call it the Christ, call it the Buddha mind, call it the Shekinah, call it the light. You can call it whatever you want, but it's so much more than the mortal self. And that is what the ego mind doesn't want to face. Because it is the death of the ego mind to face that. The loveless mind doesn't want to face that because it is the obliteration of the loveless mind. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. When Moses parted the Red Sea, he was powerful beyond measure. The laws of time and space are in dominion. That's also the story of the three kings that bowed before the Christ child. The laws of time and space bow before you when you remember who you really are. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be talented, fabulous? This is the part where I never understood how people thought this was Nelson Mandela. It is so clearly a girl talking. Who am I to be What African resistance fighter in jail for 25 years was saying, who am I to be fabulous? This is a girl trying to figure it out. This is so clear. So who am I to be talented, gorgeous, fabulous, brilliant, and who are you not to be? Who are you not to be? You have no more or less genius within you, and it's not just for you. It is here to be used on behalf of the universe itself. God didn't give your talents and your abilities just to you, for you. Who are you not to be? Look at children, they all shine. Right? We are all meant to shine as children do. And then that part about how when you are liberated from your own fears, you automatically liberate others. When you are dwelling in the ain't it awfuls, when you are dwelling in, oh, I can't make it, how does that serve anyone else? When you testify to your own weakness, you're actually testifying to the weakness of others. And when you stand in your own strength and your own actualization and your own empowerment, those who are dwelling in weaker places and have found a perverse comfort zone there will not appreciate that about you. But a meaningful, self-actualized, enlightened life is not a popularity contest. And for every person who will cast aspersions on you because you dare to stand outside the zone of your own internal bondage, of your own internal sense of limitations, you dare to go for greatness within yourself. For every person who will feel the need to criticize you or limit you because of that, there are about 10 or 20 or 30 people who are thinking on some level, we were wondering when you were going to get here. Onto the high shelf where all is fun and happening. This is where you belong. And the Course in Miracles says that there comes a time when you have moved into the zones that are the truth about who you are. It says you will not be alone, for you will be joined by mighty companions. Too many times in life, we form a kind of sick support system with people who are hiding out as much as we are. And once again, like that cancer cell, I don't want to contribute to the whole. I want to go be over here and gather around myself some cells as sick as I am. It's called the tumor, it's called the mass. That's not a support system. Real friends have compassion for us when we are in pain, but a real friend doesn't coddle your pain. A real friend makes a stand for the fact you can absorb the loss. A real friend makes a stand for the fact that it ain't over till the happy part. A real friend takes a stand for you, that you can do this and you can make it. And if you are someone who has proven to yourself and others that you can do it and you can make it only when times were easy, then you actually haven't done it yet and you haven't made it yet. That was another thing my father said to me that night. He said, hell, little sister, we come from Texas. If you're a millionaire in Texas, you're not really a millionaire in Texas until you've made it and lost it 3 times. Then you've made it. When you know, well, I got it and I messed it up. Well, I got it again, but I didn't have it all figured out yet. I got it this time and I know what I got. Now it won't even matter if I lose it at some point or another because I know it's coming back. Because I have mastered within myself the principles of living in the most correct way. And when we live in the most correct way, the universe supports us because we are aligned with the ways of the universe. Now, I just want to say one thing here. For anyone who might be thinking, no, wait a minute. Are you saying that children in Africa are starving because they're not thinking with love? No, I'm not. I'm saying they're starving because we're not thinking with love.